Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to say shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel, who endure all things for. Shalom to all the Akim, Wa'anquathim, who believe on Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And to the bitter end, I say once again, shalom. As the title states, it all starts with and it all ends with faith. Because the first thing that the Heavenly Father requires his servants to have, those who've been doing the work since the foundation of the earth, is to have faith, to know that he is and he exists, and nobody else is besides him but himself. He has no creator, he has no other God. He's the one that had created us since the very beginning. And he was expecting those who believe on him, that have faith, that have no doubt in their minds that he is the one that put them on this earth to do his will and to continue to magnify that heat that they got going on in their spirit, that powerful form of strength, which is faith. And faith cannot be taken away from you. Now, of course, if you allow the Heavenly Father, well, not if you allow the Heavenly Father, if you allow yourself to allow the demon of doubt to creep in on you and to tell you that things are not the way it seems, the Heavenly Father is not dealing with you. You are just a speck on this earth because of what they call, what's the saying? Evolution, which is we know that's BS. That's a figment of the so-called white man's imagination, because there is no evolution in the scriptures. That's not true. It's not real. But we do know that the faith that we have, believing on Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, that everything that was created on this earth is true and it's been tested, especially considering that we see everything that's going on this earth as it pertains to prophecy. Because the biggest thing we have as the servants of the Lord is prophecy on our side, and prophecy is the one that speaks the most. Even though we are just vessels for the Lord, I know I'm a robot. I know I was programmed to do what the Heavenly Father wants me to do, and that's about it. Salaki, one moment. And shalom to Shapar Itazawam, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, Barakatah, brother. Your faith, man. That's the thing that separates us from the rest of the world and all the wickedness that it continues to promote throughout the four corners of the earth, because we know that righteousness does reign, and righteousness is always going to continue to reign as long as we're here. It says in the book of Wisdom of Solomon that righteousness is immortal. And if that's true, that means that the works we're doing, which is in righteousness, is not in vain, it's not wicked, it's not evil, it's going to remain. And like it talks about in 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, that all the works that we do is not in vain. It's actually going to come to pass, and we're going to get rewarded for our faith and our diligence in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. And nobody can take that away from us, but only ourselves, really, because we allow a demon to infest us. We allow a little bit of doubt, the doubt demon, the DD, to get in our minds and to pollute us from wanting to serve the Heavenly Father because we are not cleaving unto Him. And it says in the book of Sirach that the first thing that is required when it comes to the fear of the Heavenly Father is to have faith. And that's the closest thing that makes you cleave unto Him, especially in these times, which is only waxing worse and worse with all the people that are bugged the hell out, drugged the hell out, murderers, sorcerers, idolaters. Just wickedness is all over the place. So no doubt in our heads that this is the last captivity that we're ever going to have to deal with, considering that there's a faithless and hopeless generation, an adulterous generation. And these people, they don't care about the Lord, but we do as the servants of the Lord. So all we got to do is to maintain our faith in the Lord, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. It all starts with faith, and it's all going to end with faith, because we're going to require that in these very horrific times that's going to come on this earth. Faith. Nothing else besides faith. And of course, our works that bear witness with our faith, because you can't just believe. You can say one thing out of your mouth, but are you actually showing your faith by your works? But it all starts with faith. And if you have faith, you better start showing those works as well. And if you got faith, you got everything. You know, the people of this world, the singers, the artists, the big leagues of this world, they think they got it all. And they know they don't have everything. Yeah, they might have a little bit of money, but that money is in vain. And they're in Babylon the Great, where everything's polluted. The money is not even real. The dollar is losing its value every day, and it's not getting any better. Shalom to Brother Mashak, Yahweh Bashim Shai, Barakatah, brother. Salakia, one moment. The Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son are with Atman, and we got to maintain that faith unto the bitter end of this captivity. And I know for myself, I don't want to Zach. I want to continue to abide in the Lord because I know that with faith, I can do everything. With faith, I got the power to do anything, to be bold as a lion. And the world and its facade is all fake. It's all vanity. It's vexation of spirit. But us within the circumcision, Adorat Zach, under the Psalms 91 covering, we're going to have the power, like real power, soon enough. And faith is power when you really look at it for what it is. It's the beginning of spiritual power. That spiritual power is only going to be given to the nation of Israel, starting with the elect of the nation of Israel, who are supposed to get saved. And faith is everything. If you got faith, you got everything. I can fuck all the status in this world. And Salaki for my language, the riches, so-called riches, wealth, all the wealth of this world is going to be perished. You don't even know what real world currency is. Gold, silver, and cattle. And the people of this world, they don't know about that because they've been blinded by the falsehood and the false ideologies of this world. Thank you, thank you. The false ideologies and the false philosophies of this world has blinded the minds of them that dwell therein on this earth and throughout the four corners of the earth. But we're not blinded. We see things as they really are. And so Wadi Yahweh, Wadi Yahweh Shai, that we're not in gross darkness like the rest of our people. And Salakia, this construction going on, let me just skip over it real quick. Or if you can hear me, let me know. It's kind of loud. All this noise pollution. It's like, who wants to hear this in the morning, man? Like, really? But it's all right. In the kingdom, we're going to have everlasting peace and nobody's going to bother us, especially the nation of Israel. But yeah, man, faith, that strong confidence of the Lord, it can't be taken away from you. The people of this world, they're faithless. They have no faith. They have no assurance in their own God either. But we do have faith that everything's going to work out in our favor. And that's why you can to be bold as lions, because we don't have the so-called riches, the wealth, and the status of this world. But that's all right, because our riches are stored in the heavens. Our riches are not of this world. Our riches are far beyond the imagination of the average Babylonian who thinks that the debt dollar, the debt no, is actually going to save them during the time of Jacob's trouble. None of that is going to save any of you people. The fake ass dollar, the riches that you think is real, it's all just a figment of your imagination. It's literally just printed. It's a piece of paper. And a lot of y'all trust that piece of paper as if it's a God. And the God of this world in Babylon the Great is gold, oil, and drugs. We all know that. We see the propaganda. We see the people looking to Ammon for all things. And you can't serve two masters. You can only serve one master at a time. But yeah, faith is powerful, man. At the Wadi Yahweh Shem Shai that we got. Hey, better me than the rest of the people, because we know that millions upon millions, not even millions, billions upon billions of people were born in vain. It talks about in the book of Second Ezra. I'm not making it up. It's there. You can look it up. I'm not saying things to just say it. You can actually look these things up for yourselves. You know, we're very so-called poor in this world, according to this world's standards, because we know the standards of this world is ass backwards. They think that being a man is putting your knee down on the floor, cowering down for another person, giving up on the belief systems of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This world got everything backwards. So why would you want to seek the validation and the approval of people that don't know that ask from a can of paint? So remember, faith is everything, Aslan. You sisters as well that may be tuning in later on today. Faith is everything. And I put it into this perspective. If you think about it, the so-called one percenters who we know as Esau, Edom, they have everything on this earth. They can have more than their heart desires. They have everything in the palm of their hands because of unrighteousness, because of wickedness. The left-hand side, they have all their heart desire. They have more than their heart can wish. We should feel the same way with faith, the same exact way. We should feel the same exact way. And I feel that all the time. That's why I'm bold as a lion. I preach where I want to preach. I say what I want to say. And if people don't like it, well, too bad. We're not here for you. We're here for the Lord. And our purpose is to do his will on earth as it is in heaven. And people are going to say what they say, and we're going to do what we do. Keep going. And with that, I want to give all glories, honors, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I want to say to the elect of the nation of Israel, have a Tawab day, conquer the day,